P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods, XYBC. You already know the vibes, man. The boy is out here working. We out here grinding, man. Pushing these videos out. Y'all already know what the deal is. Shout out to everybody who be jumping on the live on Sundays. Y'all know every Sunday we go live, man. So shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the people that hit up the Cash App. Not there. Over there, right down here. Shout out to the people that hit up the Cash App right there, man. The people that hit that up to help us keep this channel going. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all keep me going, and I'm gonna keep working as long as y'all keep me going, man. But listen, let's talk about Diddy. We gonna deep dive.
Hey, yo.
We gonna just analyze what's going on with this Diddy thing. Obviously on the live we touched on it briefly. We talked about it. We talked about the different things going on, the different issues, you know, what he's facing, what he's not facing, what is exactly going on with Diddy. We talked about it, and now we just let's go through it, man. So if you don't know, Diddy is facing so much. That man is facing a lot of shit, man. Racketeering, sex trafficking, transportation for prostitution, which is a maximum of 10 years. Sex trafficking is a minimum 15 years, maximum life, bro. Racketeering is life in prison, man. We know he facing these charges, and we know that more than likely, you know, the feds got you on some bush. They trying to put you under and make you an example, man. And that's literally what's going on with this. And Diddy is in a bad place because everything has been going wrong for Diddy. Nothing has really been going right. So that's the time that he's facing. But this thing gets deeper. There's so much involved in this. Obviously, you know, everybody's taking their opportunity to say whatever they want to say. So they got, you know, pictures of Diddy surfacing with people, celebrities. Obviously, you know, they're going to throw Kendrick in here because, you know, they got to create some controversy. But all the people that he's taking photos with, they said somebody go check on Diddy cousin. They got him here with Future, this soccer, Messi, what? Jay-Z, Lil Baby. I ain't gonna lie, Lil Baby, you tripping with that outfit. I don't know if it's because the way you sitting right now, but you definitely tripping with that outfit at a Diddy party, dog. Oh! But hey, Taylor Swift in there. You got Cardi B and Offset. You got, I don't know who the hell that is. Is that Machine Gun? I don't know, bro. You got Hillary Clinton, Devin Haney. Oh!
Oh my God.
Whatever they saying he did that shit.
Yo, man, they throwing everything in here.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
Now, if you're seen with Diddy, you are associated with the parties. Everybody looks at you like, bro, you probably been to a party or two. So everybody's gonna associate you with that, and it's just gonna be a tough time for you, dog, to try to fight the allegations. The allegations gonna be strong, and it's just gonna be the way it is. Now, look, the judge denied Diddy's bond.
Again.
Basically, they denied it the first time, they went for an appeal, and they denied it
again.
And he will remain detained until his trial begins. Now, Diddy is probably sitting there right now and thinking about everything, right? Sitting in that jail cell, sitting in that holding cell, wherever they got him, and he thinking about all the things going on. And when you're a celebrity of this stature, man, you probably sitting there and thinking to yourself, how did I get here, dog? You think about a guy like Diddy who's living an extravagant life, living the great life, doing all the things he wanted to do for all these years, man, getting all the women, the money, the cars, the clothes, everything, the houses, everything. And now you in a jail cell. That's when everything starts to get real for you, dog. And you know, Diddy trying to get bond because nobody want to sit in prison, right? So Diddy's defense, they proposed a $50 million bond. They proposed a package.
It's like a bundle package.
The proposed package is a $50 million bond co-signed by Sean Combs, his mother, his sister, the mother of his oldest daughter, and 3 adult sons. So they got the whole family trying to help Diddy out with this one, man. Secured by the equity in Mr. Combs' residence located in, you know, that's been redacted, Miami, Florida. Damn, Diddy in my home city, man, doing all this bullshit, man. The appraised value of the home is $48 million. The home is vacant, basically, in anticipation of the bail hearing on August 20th, 2024, Combs paid off the remaining mortgage of about $18 million. So that home could be used to secure a bond and be free of a mortgage. So it's crazy, man. Obviously, this man out here got bread out the ass.
Hey, yo, what the?
Man, that man got buku bread. That man say, yo, I'm gonna pay off the mortgage so y'all could just chill and know that y'all got this, man. I'm gonna put this as collateral. Let me just pay off the mortgage real quick. Man, living a life like that is solid, bruh. Where you could just be like, man, you know what? Let me pay off that mortgage, dog. You feel me? So let's continue on. So Mr. Combs' travel will be restricted to the Southern District of Florida and the Southern District of New York. So they basically want him to be able to travel through New York and Florida, you know, to attend court, meet with counsel, and attend medical appointments, which we will address to the court in a separate sealed submission. You know, a lot of these people, when it's time for them to get arrested and all this stuff, now it'd be like, yo, I gotta pay attention to my health. My health is number one. My health, my health, my health. At the end of the day, the law, they're gonna try to use whatever angle they can to, you know, do what's best for their client. Just like, you know, the prosecution is going to try to use every angle they can to get their conviction. Mr. Combs' passport was surrendered to his counsel April 1st, 2024. His counsel advised the prosecutors of this fact in an email dated the same day. Counsel will provide this passport to pretrial services. The passports of the following family members who have already surrendered their passport to counsel after the raids on Mr. Combs' home. So they had Janice Combs, Chance Combs, Jesse Combs, Delilah Combs, and Love Combs. Everybody turned in their passport, dog. And this is, to me, I think him doing it in a sign of good faith, meaning like, you're not gonna run away. Your family can't even run away because they ain't got their passports. This is a way of saying like, yo, I'ma stay and I ain't gonna go nowhere, dog. And what's crazy is when you review this, even after all of this, even after offering all of this, the judge was still like, nah, nigga, you staying right here. The judge was like, you ain't going nowhere. Obvious that they feel like he is a risk, a danger, or whatever they want to call it, because they not letting him go nowhere, dog. Now, obviously, you know, the lawyer gonna always say his client is innocent, man, but y'all know how that go. Now, the other interesting part of this, and we all know what's gonna happen, a lot of things gonna unravel with this, bro. It ain't gonna be just, you know, the trials coming and everybody gonna go through the trial, have their fun. Nah, a lot of things gonna be unraveled in this, man. There's gonna be so much things unraveled in this, man. It's not even funny, because at the end of the day, people are gonna come out and say what they want to say. You know, people are going to come out and make claims, and we just got to sit back and watch this unfold. Now, one of the things that did pop up with this is 3 years before the Cassie lawsuit was filed or even made public, there's a guy, this guy that I'm about to show y'all, said he was a sex slave for Diddy and caught a STD from having sex with them. This is crazy, dog. This is about to get wild, man, but let's see what this is about.
What's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati. Okay. It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay. You're my brother, so I like black people. Okay. My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she, you know, took care of me. Right. So I love black people. Okay.
That man had to get a whole spiel like, I love black people, man. Because what I'm about to say is crazy. And I don't want y'all looking at me no crazy way, dog.
I had settlement with Sean, okay? And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land on the contract. I had sex with Cassie and Sean.
Bruh, man, look, man. So this guy is claiming that he had sex with Cassie and Diddy, dog. I'm telling y'all, details of the freak off gonna start getting exposed. But let's continue.
Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave, okay?
Man said he was a sex slave. So this man is claiming he was a sex slave for Diddy and Cassie. So he was in there. Whenever they wanted to do something, he would go smash Cassie and Diddy would watch.
You's a freaky ass nigga. Fuck you mean?
That's what he's saying. And this is all alleged, man. All alleged. We don't know if this man telling the truth or not. But given the circumstances, I don't think anybody is looking at this and saying, this shit ain't true. It could feel far-fetched, but we done been wrong before. But this guy is saying that he's a sex slave, man. So let's continue.
For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes.
Oh my God.
Damn. They gave that man the bad. They gave him the bad. Take what you want from that. Take what you made from that. This guy is basically making some pretty big claims. He's claiming that he was a sex slave for Diddy and Cassie. He is name dropping. Now it would be interesting to see if these names are names that he wouldn't know otherwise. So meaning, are these names that he wouldn't know unless he was really around Diddy and Cassie? So that's yet to be determined. So I'm sure more is going to come out of that. Now it's interesting reading the comments. I see a couple people had some things to say. This guy, he said he actually won the lawsuit against Diddy. So stop calling people crazy. There's truth in everything. And I can see that. I can see how people will be quick to label this man as a liar or saying that he's crazy. But you know, this is an interesting one, man. They said he won by default, not through an actual trial. If he failed to respond to the court papers, that doesn't meditate guilt. And this was crazy too. It said they will crucify Epstein and Diddy on stage for us, but they will never tell us the names of the people in that book, on those tapes, or those parties. I don't care about these little fishes, show us the buyers. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Obviously, this one is very extreme, right? It's one of the extreme stories. So a lot of people might look at this and be like, he lying. You know, that's all cool. I get it. It's far-fetched. But if all of this stuff comes out to be true, what do we say then? You know, it's, you know, who knew that we would be here? Who knew that all this stuff was going to come to light? I mean, when you saw the story of 1,000 bottles of baby oil, did you buy it? Did you believe that? Or did it seem far-fetched? Like, and if anybody would have just told you that, you would have felt like they was joking. Here's Diddy's lawyer speaking about his bond appeal.
So we made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way. The fight continues. We're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult and I believe inhumane housing conditions in the special housing unit in the Metropolitan Detention Facility. And I'm going to do everything that I can to move this case as quickly as possible. I understand that the government has a great amount of electronic devices that they have to download and provide to me, but everything's on the government's timetable, nothing's on the defendant's timetable, and they're going to have to accommodate me and him and give us a quick trial, and I'm going to be pushing for that. He's ready, he's focused. He has been ready to defend this case since he first found out about this case. Nothing has changed from his perspective. I obviously would much prefer to fight this case with him out of jail, and we are going to try to bring that about through additional legal process. But wherever he is, his resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer. I'm not really going to take any questions, but at this point, we are moving forward. We're preparing for trial as we speak, and we are considering our next steps and appealing the court's ruling. All right. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate it.
All right, so that's his lawyer. And, you know, obviously, you know, y'all heard him talk about, like, you know, how jail is inhumane conditions. I feel like everybody uses that. But my thing is, like, bruh, there been people that been locked up for how long now, dog? They've been surviving, bro. If we're not going to talk about inhumane conditions before, you know, celebrities actually get locked up, we ain't trying to talk about it. Because I feel like celebrities go to jail for whatever they go to jail for, and then all of a sudden, everything's inhumane. All of a sudden, like, it's the most horrible conditions. Like, bro, that jail wasn't just built when you got there. So, them people was in inhumane conditions. Now, I agree when it brings forward some awareness to allow people to look into the prison and maybe, you know, improve the conditions there for inmates that are there. But I mean, if we gonna speak about it like that just to try to get bail and get them out of there, I don't think that's gonna work. And the problem is, with this whole thing going on, ain't nobody gonna have sympathy for Diddy. That video of him assaulting Cassie did everything. That additional kick is what really sealed the deal for him. And it takes away all types of sympathy. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for Diddy. He's not gonna have the public's sympathy. He's not gonna have any of that. And you can see that in the comments. This comment says it's called jail, not the Marriott. I don't know. That video of him assaulting Cassie in that hotel looked inhumane as fuck. His behavior to women and children was inhumane. Next, very humbling for him, from a mansion to a 6x9. God has a way of humbling for sure. I'm sure Shine felt that same during his 10. And inhumane the way he was kicking Cassie in that hotel. You see what I mean? Nobody's gonna feel sorry for Diddy. So as much as Diddy is gonna try to like pull the heartstrings and see if people are gonna feel certain ways for him, that angle's not gonna work. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for Diddy. Everybody's just gonna think of the things he did. And also with the things that are going to come into light, that's gonna be what's gonna make this situation a whole lot worse for him. So it's not gonna get any better, bro. He has a long fight in front of him, bro. He gonna definitely have to be scrambling and scraping for everything, yo. Like, cause this gonna get crazy. And you know, this interview right here with Cat Williams aged very well.
$50 million. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
That man, you heard the man, that man say Diddy be wanting the party, and sometimes you gotta tell him no. You gotta tell him no sometimes, man. You gotta tell him no. And one of the things that was discussed in the arraignment is Cassie and Diddy's relationship. And his lawyer is basically saying his toxic relationships were mutual. So I figure that's the angle they're gonna try to take with this. The angle that they're gonna try to take with this is to make it seem like, you know, basically whatever was happening was consensual. Like, everybody agreed to it. Says Mr. Combs was not a perfect person, and this is all attorney stuff. Like, they're gonna do things like this because they want to paint the picture for you, and it's up to the public to accept it. So they want you to know that he's not perfect. They want you to know that he's flawed, that he's made mistakes. So Mr. Combs is not a perfect person. These toxic relationships were mutual. Now he's trying to be better for the rest of his days. If there's one thing we've seen, we should stand with the people who are trying to get the help they need.
We don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
Again, back to the point I was making. Nobody's going to give Diddy any type of sympathy. So people are going to hear that, and that's going to fall on deaf ears. Nobody's trying to hear that, dog. Nobody is trying to hear that Diddy is trying to be a better person. I'm sorry. And even if he is, you know, all good for him, but that's not what's going to work for him. Nobody is going to sympathize with that. And they continue on. He said, these two people were in love. Victim 1 ended up marrying the trainer, and Mr. Combs got for her. Now, you see what the goal is here. The goal is to make this about betrayal and her cheating on him with the trainer that he got her. So this is all about framing the story for everybody, right? And this is how you got to expect things to go. This is how you got to expect it to be. So they had been cheating on each other for years, but now she had 2 kids with the trainer. Years later, she realized she had a good thing with Mr. Combs. Yo, they played dirty, man. They are playing dirty. They're playing dirty. And his lawyer is doing what he got to do. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And that's ride for your client, dog. You know, they trying to paint Cassie as this person who realized that she missed out by leaving Diddy. And basically, she's a cheater, right? Continues, it says, she has had her lawyer call his lawyer and say she has written a book. But if you want to buy the rights, you'll have the rights for $30 million. We have a recorded conversation. It did not go well for her and the lawyer. November 2023, she sues. So now what they're trying to do is paint Cassie as a money-hungry woman, you know, saying that she wrote a book, they were going to sell her. They were going to sell Diddy the rights to it, you know, and obviously for Diddy getting the rights to the book, that means that, you know, he has the rights of the book and whatever goes into it, you know, and what doesn't go into it. And they're just basically trying to paint her as a money hungry person. Now we know Cassie did settle with Diddy for a certain amount of money. But that was his biggest problem. The problem was thinking that money was gonna make shit go away. And I think the CNN video just came out and that just made things spiral for him. I don't think he ever saw that coming. It says Diddy's lawyer alleges Cassie hit him in the head with a cell phone after finding out he had more than one girlfriend. It says 2 people were in the hotel room, an issue that Mr. Combs had more than one girlfriend. Victim 1 was looking through his phone and saw that and then hit him in the head with a cell phone and took his clothing, so he comes out in a towel. So this is him explaining the whole hotel incident, right? But here's the thing though, trying to get sympathy for Diddy or give a reasoning of why he did what he did, I think will backfire on this entire case. It will backfire on his public perception. Maybe it works in the courtroom for the jury. For public perception, this will backfire. You know, nobody's gonna feel sorry for you because you had more than one girlfriend and she found out and hit you in the head with a cell phone. Like, come on, dog. And she took his clothing in the hotel room. She took his clothing. You trying to tell me you only had one outfit in the hotel room? Let's be for real. Like, Cassie didn't walk out with all of his clothing. You got bags packed. So for you to come out in a towel and proceed to beat her ass, like, what's the point of saying any of this at all? I just don't see it. So that's pretty much what it is. And, you know, they're going to try to find other ways. And, you know, seeing this story about, you know, Diddy's life is in danger behind bars, former MDC Brooklyn warden says. Now, let's not let this go above our heads that this is a former MDC Brooklyn warden, not even a current one. It says Diddy should watch his back in prison because a former warden at the facility he's in says there are a whole lot of inmates who would see killing him as a badge of honor. One of the things we gotta also realize with this whole case is, in my opinion, I think that Diddy, whatever he's done, and there's definitely some darkness there, right? Whatever he's done a lot of things in the dark, and they are going to come to the light, right? Because evidence has been seized, people have been talked to, they done talked to numerous amount of people, man, more people than you even know, and a lot is gonna come out in the next few weeks. They are going to try what they need to try. Now, the other side of this is there's definitely people that have participated in these freak-offs, for sure. So seeing that, you know, it makes you think, what names are gonna come out of it? There's gonna be a bunch of names that are gonna come out of this whole entire thing. And that's gonna be the interesting part. And that's where I think people are going to really, really see how far this goes.
Gentlemen, for all those in London that don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party. This is what happens to the white man.
It's so unfortunate.
You gotta pull back though, so you can see. That's crazy. Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look, what you
There's a drink on his head.
And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is a actual DJ. I'm supposed to pass out, but when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to him. I put him to sleep.
Hey, yo, what the?
You put the drink on his head.
There it is.
Damn.
This is what happens when you strive to be a party demon, bro. Like, you want to be the party demon so bad. You want to be the guy that throws the craziest parties at like 50 years old, bro. Like, oh my God. When are these celebrities gonna grow up? Like, you want to be the party demon at 50 years old with all these other people at your parties. And now look where it's gotten you, man. And you know, from the words of Cat Williams,
P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no.
sometimes you got to say no, man. You don't always gotta say yes to a Diddy party, dog. Probably your best idea to not go to a Diddy party, bro, if we really being real.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time. Man, it was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me. Right. He had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right. I see you. The baby made sure he had to clarify that one. It wasn't just me in that room, dog. Just before y'all jumped to some shit, it wasn't just me, dog. It was 15 other people, man. 15 other people. Somebody said the baby oil. What the Yo, what the fuck? Not the baby oil. Yo, y'all ain't got no chill, bro. No chill at all, man. Now, this was also another interesting part. You know, Assistant U.S. Attorney reveals content of text messages Diddy sent Cassie after he assaulted her in 2016. Call me, the cops are here. I got 6 kids. Yo, please call. I am surrounded. You gonna abandon me all alone. Yo, see, now this is the classic case of a narcissist, bro. Somebody who just sits there and just makes all types of excuses and reasons to make you feel like, don't do me like this. Like, don't do me like this. To end that with, you gonna abandon me. Abandon is a fire word, right? It's a key word right there. Abandon me all alone. You know, just to make her have some guilt. You feel me? Said the defendant had a freak off on March 5th, 2016. We have evidence that there was one commercial sex worker there in the room during the assault. She isn't even wearing shoes. She is in danger. Defendant storms out in a towel. Okay, so this must be the incident that they're talking about with Cassie. So allegedly, Diddy was in the room with a sex worker, which is crazy. He in there with a sex worker, and I guess Cassie comes in, or if Cassie was there, I don't know. Who knows? But this is when he stormed out with a towel. Y'all know the infamous. Says we have a message from the victim. I still have crazy bruising. He claims he wanted to get his clothes back, but that's not what happened here. She tried to escape her room with the defendant and a commercial sex worker. She fled without shoes. Immediately after the assault, defendant sent these messages. Call me, yo, the cops is here. I got 6 kids. Yo, please call. I'm surrounded. You're gonna abandon me all alone. The defendant knew he had done something that could elicit police response. Man, look, man. Like I said, there's so much that gotta be unpacked here. And it just is what it is. Diddy is in trouble, man. Diddy is in trouble. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that's gonna be unpacked. He's obviously pleading not guilty, but there's just so much out there. And, you know, being picked up by the feds and everything, you know, they have one of the highest conviction rates. And their reasoning for that is because they sit around and wait until they got everything they need. And then they go after you. So Diddy's in a place that's not too good, and him being denied bond, whether it's to set an example or they really feel like he's a flight risk or a danger, it's just not working in his favor, you know, and they're trying everything to get him out of there, you know, from, you know, him being in danger to, you know, the conditions of the place. But I mean, I don't think any of that stuff works, and I think Diddy just gonna have to ride this one out, and you're gonna have to fight through, dog. And whatever sentence they give you, you might just have to take that, pun intended. But listen, at the end of the day, like I said, one of the worst things he has going against him is that he's not going to get any type of sympathy from the public. Nobody's going to have any type of remorse from him. And I showed you with the comments. All the comments are just negative, like, and it just is what it is. But listen, let me know how you feel about this case. What do you think is going to happen with Diddy? How do you think this is going to go down? What do you think he needs to do? Do you think he's in danger in jail? Do you think that they have any type of room to be talking about the conditions of the jail? Do you think they're bugging with that? Do you think Diddy eventually gets off? Do you think he doesn't? Do you think he tells? But let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. And look, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and violate that like button for your boy. As always, it's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.
I send them back, they send them shots. They know Cuban got it locked. Okay, let's get it started. They know Cuban got the juice. I got all my jewelry on it, plus I'm hanging out the roof. I keep big 5 on me, that's why I ain't never spook. And one time for Giuliano, ain't my nigga, what it do?
BigZoeTV, man. I'm here to talk to y'all about the membership opportunity. If you want to support the channel, you can support the channel by becoming a member today. Listen, as a member, you get priority replies in the comments. You get access to exclusive emojis. You get an exclusive badge that lets everybody else know that you're an important member. You know, when you go to that comment section, it's like 200 comments. You don't get caught up in the mix. Your comment is at the top, and you get priority replies from me.
More.
On top of that, you get exclusive access to the videos first. That means when a new video comes out and you're like, yo, he just uploaded. Nah, the members probably saw it a day before you or hours before you. So you get first access to the uploads on the channel before everybody else. If that's something you want to do, which helps you also support the channel at the same time, go ahead and hit that join button and join the channel, man. You already know what it is. I appreciate all y'all for everything y'all do. It's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.